Parish, and I went to organic school, I believe it was in 1946, and I graduated in 1952. And I really loved the school. I mean, that's just something I can't, I don't think I can put into words, really. It meant so much to me. It just was just like a big family. It wasn't like one school. And I get confused now because, as Dot was pointing out to me a while ago, I'm calling grades instead of lights. And I did like the concept of not being in grades. I started in the second line, in the 4th grade. I have to think back a little bit. And I was in this very building. And I love this building. Loved ringing the bell. And I think the folk dancing probably was my most favorite thing here. That's what I've ended up, my career has been dancing, but I think that's where I began to get the love of dancing, is taking folk dancing here. And I wasn't all that good in the arts and crafts. I'm still not too good at that. But my whole family has gone here. There's been 7 children graduate. Not my brothers and sisters. And my 4 boys went here from kindergarten through the 6th grade. I think most of them did. And then my daughter, she only went just to kindergarten. I guess we got caught up in going to public schools. And I look back now and I really do wish that she had been able to attend school when I did. I think she would have been a different person, although she's turned out really good. She's got her grandfather Wallace's way of writing. And I don't know, is there anything you want to ask me?
Well, yes.
Oh, okay. You want me to tell about how I've gone on to be a dance teacher and...
Tell us about your studio.
Okay. Well, my studio started out, I was really much busier when I first opened the studio. I lived in California. Let me go back a little bit. Lived in California for about 8 years. I had 3 of my sons out there, and I couldn't wait to get home. As you said, I loved Fairhope. And I think anybody that ever lives in Fairhope wants to come back. And then I took over Roberta's dance studio. I had taken from her all, when I was so younger, and went back and worked with her. And then she went into another job, and I started to teach dancing. And that's been 28 years ago. And the children then were so much easier to handle. I was telling Doc the other day when I was talking to her on the phone, than they are today. And I think if we had more schools like the organic school, that we wouldn't have this problem. Because well, the family unit is breaking down. I can see that with my children from then and now, and the respect and all that we were taught here. I love dancing, like I said, and I think it started back when I was going to organic.
And you married a Fairhope boy?
Oh yes, I married Charlie Parish, who was real good in sports at Fairhope High School, and in fact that's where we met. He would see me folk dancing over in the coming fall, and he actually asked my sister, Rosemary, my younger sister. He knew her, and he wanted to know who that girl was. And she said, "What girl?" And one day in Doc and Kenny's soda garden, he was sitting with my sister having a Coke, and I walked in, and he said, "That girl right there." And of course, she said, "That's my sister." It was really strange, but anyway, we've had a real good marriage. I've been married 39 years tomorrow. Have 5 children, 4 boys. 10 years later, I had a girl, so I have a girl in college now, and she's going here to Faulkner. And she thinks it's real neat because she went to kindergarten in one of the little buildings down there that she's having a class in. So it kind of worked out really good. And I have 10 grandchildren. And I had just finished my dance recital. It was really neat because it was on the 23rd, and that was when that would have been our 40 years graduation exactly. 1952, May the 23rd, 1952. The night of the recital. I really didn't think about it that much. And 5 of my grandchildren danced in it. Turned out real good. But
Now, what about the academics in school? Do you remember much about them? What did they mean to you? What did you prefer?
I preferred English, and I loved Miss Nichols. She was one of my favorite teachers. And
Martha?
Martha Nichols, yeah. And I loved working on the merry-go-round. We had so much fun, and it was just I really did enjoy that. And we had a lot of fun. And,
You printed your own paper?
printed our own papers. Actually, my class, things were pretty bad when I graduated, and as you can see over on the table over there, that's the one that we printed ourselves, our yearbook, because we didn't have the money, and school was pretty low then, I think, too. It was coming down. And I really enjoyed, another thing I really enjoyed isn't here anymore, and that was the school home. And I had a very good friend there, Patricia Anthony. You remember her? In the school home. And we loved going and having slumber parties. I don't know, it's just family, and to me, I don't think school is like family anymore, you know? It's just, I go to school and I just, like I said, I'm not really good with words. I know what I feel. I just feel that I'm a better person to have gone here. And I know that all my family and my boys really got a good start when they went to public school from organic. They did very well. In fact, they moved them up here in organic because they were in the lives and they were listening and they were able to progress. And they did, and they were honor students at school, and they've all have real good careers, and I just think it's a wonderful school.
I think you're pretty good with words.
I don't know.
And your mother is?
My mother's still living, and
Very active.
oh, and the most fun we used to have, well, no, we had a lot of fun at the school, besides learning a lot. Well, we learned a lot by having fun. My mom and dad would chaperone a lot of our things because my dad was so good at telling stories. Should have him here now, especially because of stories. And of course, my mom was such a good cook, and everybody wanted her to go and fry the fish and do all that stuff. So the family all got involved in things, whereas today I don't think the families. I'm hoping that it's going to get back to that.
And also, Dot, I think it's a wonderful thing to know, and I'm sure you do know it, that your brother Kenneth was the one that we finally got here for the restoration of the Bell Building. And when we got him and another graduate, David Rockwell, this thing really began to progress in the right manner.
And whoever did, they did a beautiful job.
Well, it
looks
was your
wonderful.
brother and Kenneth.
It looks wonderful. Just real proud of it. I'm so happy they didn't tear this building down. I hope it stays here forever.
Well, we wouldn't let that happen. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.